Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 9 for the subject computer science class 11. We have already discussed the 8 practicals in the series for the class 11. If you didn't watch, I will strongly recommend please go and watch those practicals. It will help you to understand this problem in an easy way. So for your convenience, I have created a CBSE 11 computer science practicals on my channel. You may find it very easily. So today we are going to discuss a very interesting problem, that is to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. Okay, we need to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. So for that purpose, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss the problem first, then we are going to discuss the steps to solve it, then what we are going to discuss, we are going to write the Python code, and then at the bottom what we are going to do, run the code in Spider editor. You may use any editor as per your choice, like IDLE, or you say Jupyter, or you say Sublime, any editor you are using, and demonstrate it. Okay, so this is our essentially our flow of our this video. So let's get started without any further delay. So first I am going to discuss the problem. Problem is that given a number n, you are supposed to check whether this number is perfect or not. So we need to we will be given any number n in an input, and then we need to print whether it is perfect number or not. Before we start this problem, you should know what is perfect number. If you know what is perfect number, then only you will be able to solve this problem. So for perfect number, I am telling you a perfect number and let's suppose is a positive integer that is equal to sum of its positive divisors. So what is this line is saying, I am going to tell you with example. A perfect number n is a positive integer that is equal to sum of its positive divisors. For example, let's suppose consider 6. So we need to find all the positive divisors of the 6. 1 is the positive divisor of the 6, 2 is the positive divisor of 6, 3 is the positive divisor of the 6, 4 is the whether 4 is a positive divisor of the 6 or not. No, because 4 not completely divides the 6. 5 is the positive divisor of the 6 or not, because 5 is not completely dividing 6, so we are not going to take it. Up to 5 only we need to check, because number itself we need to exclude, because number itself is always a perfect divisor of itself. Okay, that's why. So up now, what are the perfect divisors? 1, 2 and 3. Now what we need to do, add these three numbers, because 4 is not a perfect divisor, 5 is not a perfect divisor, 6 we need not to take. So 1, 2, 3 are the three numbers that are completely dividing 6. Okay, we are getting the remainder 0, essentially we need to say. So what we are getting, 1 plus 2. Now add these three numbers and check whether the sum of these three numbers is equal to this number also, number is no or not. So 6 is equal to 6, so 6 is a perfect number. This way you will say whether number is a perfect or not. Let's suppose check whether 5 is a perfect number or not. 1 is the completely dividing 5, so 1 is the divisor, perfect divisor. 2 no, because 2 is not completely dividing 5. 3 no, not dividing completely. 4 no, so up to 4 we need to check. Now only we are getting the 1, so 1 is not equals to 5, so 5 is not a perfect number. 5 is not a perfect number. So this way you need to check. Let's suppose take another number. Let's suppose take number 9. Let's suppose take 1 completely dividing 9. So 1 is a divisor. 1 will be the perfect divisor of all the numbers, you can say. So 1 will be always be there. 2 not dividing. 3 completely dividing. So 3 will be added. 1 will be added. 4 not dividing. 5 not dividing. 6 not dividing. 7 not dividing. Up to 8 we need to check. So only 3 and 1 is dividing completely to 9. So add those 3 number. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. That is not equals to 9. So 9 is not perfect number. So 9 is not a perfect number. So smallest perfect number is what? The smallest perfect number is this. 6 is the smallest perfect number. Now let's suppose take another example. Let's suppose I am taking one more example, that is perfect number. So let's take now let's take 28. Let's take 28. Okay, 28 is a little bit bigger, but you need to check. Let's take 28. 1 will completely divide, so 1 will be added. 2 is dividing 28, so it will be added. 3, whether 3 is dividing? No. 4 is not dividing. Oh, 4 is dividing because 7 4 that 28. So 4 will come. 5 not dividing. 6 will be not divide. 7 4 that, so 7 will be dividing. 7 will be added. 8 not dividing. 9 not dividing. 10 not dividing. 11 not dividing. 12 not dividing. 13 not dividing. 14 is dividing 14 to the 28 perfectly. Which are numbers which are dividing perfectly, we need to take these numbers only. 15 not dividing. 16 not dividing. 17 not dividing. Then let's try to check further. Up to 27 we need to check. Any number that is dividing, we need to add this number, add all those numbers, and sum should be equal to 28. Now let's try to add 18. 18 is not dividing. 19 is not dividing. 20 is not dividing. 21 is not dividing. 22 is not dividing. 23 not dividing. 24 not 25 similarly not dividing. 26 not dividing. 27 not dividing. Up to 27 we need to check, because 28 we need not to check. So what are the numbers that are dividing? 1 plus 2 plus what is 4 plus 7 plus 14. We need to add all those numbers, nothing left. We need to add all those numbers. What is the sum? 7 or 4, 11, 11 or 2, 13, 13 or 1, 14, 14 plus 14, 28. So sum of the perfect divisors of the 28 is 28 only. So 28 is a perfect number. 28 is a perfect number. So this way you need to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. Now you can use the logic. What logic you can use? Now you come to the programming point of view. How can you solve this problem? So let's try to, I am roughing this definition because this definition is not needed now. So we can remove this definition, and now let's try to build a logic in Python so that you can understand how can we solve this. So what essentially I am doing in case of 6 and 10, let's try to keep those. So essentially what I am doing, I am calculating in Python. How can you check whether a number is completely divisible by any number or not? Let's suppose you need to check whether 22 is the perfect divisor of the 28 or not. So 28 percentage 2 should be equals to 0. Remainder should be 0. Then only you can say that this number is completely divisible. So 28% 3, then remainder will not be 0. In that case remainder will be 2. So it is not perfectly divisible. So in case of complete division or perfect division, then remainder will always come 0. So what we can do, we can iterate a for loop or while loop. You can use the for loop for iterating up to 27. 1 to 27 we need to check whether any number is divisible any number is dividing this 28 completely or not. If dividing, then we can add it into some variable, and then after completion of this for loop, we can check whether the sum of the numbers that are completely dividing this 28 are is equals to 28 or not. So that building I am trying to. N is the number that user will enter. Let's suppose n is the number that user will enter. Using input method, we can check, we can insert, we can take the input. Now what I will do, I will create a some variable that will initially 0, and I will apply a for loop up to 1 to n. I need not to plus 1 here and plus 1, because I want to execute this loop up to n minus 1, because up to n minus 1, 1 to n minus 1, any number is completely dividing, that we need to add. We need not to divide 28 by 28. Okay, that's why we will run the loop up to n minus 1. So I have put n here, and then what I will do, I will check if n percent I, if a number is dividing this particular number completely, then its remainder will be 0. In that case, what I will do, I will add this number into some variable, sum plus I. I will keep on adding those numbers that are completely dividing, and at end of this for loop, what I can do, at end of this for loop, I will do one check. Let's try to solve this. Let's rough this. At the end of this loop, what I will do, at the end of this loop, this way, this is the end of the loop, I will check if n equals to sum, that means my number is a perfect number, then I can say perfect number. Okay, otherwise what I can do, otherwise I will put here else and say print not perfect number, not perfect number. So this way you can do. So this is the complete program. I have built the logic. How can we solve? I have explained you how to calculate the perfect number. Then I have told you how can you solve this using programming language. So let's try to solve dry run with the value 6, whether it is returning the number 6 as a perfect number or not, and then we will try some number that is not perfect, and we will check our program. So let's try to check for the, let's suppose user has entered the value here 6. Let's suppose user has entered the value 6 here, so n value will become what, 6. Okay, now sum is initially 0, so sum will be initially it will be 0. I will apply this loop for I in range laga, you need to apply the range here, so I forget it, 1 comma n, this line should be range function. Okay, so then it will return a list of range of 1 comma 6. What it will return? It will return numbers 1 2 3 4 and 5 up to n minus 1. So first time, so list will return you, it will return 1 2 3 4 5. First time I value will become 1, I value will become 1, I value will become 1, and then we will check n% I. N% I means 6% I means 1. 6% 1 equals to 0 or not? Yes, because 1 is completely dividing 6, so it will be true. If the condition is true, in that case what will happen? Sum equals to sum value is 0, 0 plus I is what? 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1, so sum value will become 1 here. Next time loop will continue again, I value become 2, I value will become 2, then we will check 6% 2, 6% 2 equals to 0. Yes, condition true, because completely divisible, so I will come under, and sum equals to sum value is what? 1 plus new value is what? I value is what? 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, so sum value will become now 3. Loop will again continue, I value will become 3. Now we will check 6% 3, 6, let's check here, 6% 3 equals to 0 or not? Yes, because completely divisible, so it is true. Again sum equals to sum plus sum equals to sum value is what? 3 plus I value is what? 3, so 6, so sum value will become 6 here. Next time loop will again continue, I value become 4. So 6% 4, 6% 4 is equal to 0 or not? No, it is not divisible, so false, nothing will happen. Next time again 5 will come, 6% 5 is equal to 0, so it is also false because 5 is not dividing 6. So and next time there is no item left in this list. We have checked up to 5 complete divisors, so our sum variable is 6. Now we are checking whether n is what? 6. 6 equals to 6, condition is true, so it is a perfect number. So this is how it is working. Okay, so let's try to execute it for some non-perfect number, whether it is working or not. So let's try to take some non-perfect number and let's try to solve the same problem again. So I am roughing all those and let's try to pass the 5 this time. Okay, let's try to pass the 5 and check whether this is working or not. So I am roughing all those and let's try to check for the 5. So this time let's suppose user has entered the value 5. Okay, so let's say this time user has entered the 5, so n value will become 5, some value will 0, I value. So this is the range function, so range 1 comma n, so range 1 comma 5 will return what? It will return list 1 2 3 4 up to n minus 1. So 1 2 3 4 it will return, so 1 2 3 4 will come here. So first time I value will become 1, so I value will become 1. So 5 is percentage 1 equals to 0, yes true, so some value will become 0 plus 1, so it will become 1. Okay, 1. Next time I value will become 2, 5% 2, whether it is 0, remainder will be 0 or not? No, false, so nothing will happen. Next time 3, 5% 3 equals to 0, false. Next time 5% 4 equals to 0, false. Next time, so this time what will happen, some value is 1 and n value is 5, 5 double equals to 1, condition false, so it will print not a perfect number. So this is the basically logic to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. You can get the idea from this logic. Now what we can do now, we can go ahead and check these steps to solve this problem, and then we can write the Python code. So let's try to check for the steps. Okay, so essentially I have explained you the steps, I need not to explain it again, but let's try to do it. Okay, so first step it will to get the number n from the user, get the number n from the user. Then what you need to do, then second thing you need to do is apply for loop to find all the perfect divisors of n and add those perfect divisors. This is essentially what we are trying to write the for loop. Then what we need to do, we need to check sum of all the perfect divisors of n is equals to n if equal, then it is perfect number, otherwise it is not a perfect number, So these are the steps. Okay, now let's try to write the Python code and run it in the editor. So let me go ahead and write the Python code for you. So Python code will be what? We will take n value from the user, using integer input method. Enter the number. Then what we need to do, we need to create some variable equals to 0, then apply the for loop. I already explained how it is solving our problem. Then if n, let's try to write it clearly, and it's not clearly looking, and percentage I equals to 0, that means we need to, this is a perfect divisor of this number n, and we need to add it into our sum variable. Okay, we will add only if it is divisible, otherwise skip it. And we, at the end of this for loop, if I will check if sum value is equals to number n, then print perfect number, otherwise what we will do, else print the not a perfect number. So this way you can check whether a number is a perfect number or not. I have already explained you how to dry run this, and let's try to run this into the Python editor or Spyder editor and see the output. Okay, so I am opening my editor now. So this is your editor. Now let's try to take the input number n and apply our logic. So n is equals to integer input, enter the number, let's say, then sum equals to 0, for I in range, and then you need to apply it from 1 to n. You may solve it using while loop also, I will tell you. So if n percentage I equals to 0, in that case you need to write sum equals to sum plus I, and at the for loop, end of this for loop, if n equals to sum, then we will say print it is a perfect number. It is a, that's a perfect, okay, perfect number. Otherwise, in else case, we need to say print it's not a perfect number. It is not a perfect number. Okay, so let's try to run this, and let's try to pass the 6 first, that is a perfect number, smallest, it should return the perfect number. Yes, it is returning. Now let's try to enter some non-perfect number, let's say 15, not perfect number. Let's try 10, it should not perfect number. Let's try 28 is a perfect number next, so it should be returned perfect number. So this way you can check 100, not a perfect number, you can check any number. Okay, so now let's try to solve this using while loop. If you want, you can solve it using while loop also. Let me show you how can we use the while loop. So while loop case, what you will do, you need to create this thing also. You just, in place of this thing, what you need to do, this place need to change only. So let's try to solve it. So let's try to create a variable I equals to 1, then while loop you will apply I less than equals to less than n, you need to apply, not less than equals to. Remember this, less than n you should, because you need to check the divisors up to this particular number, not this number. Okay, that's suppose. So remaining condition will be same, and percentage I equals to 0, then what you need to do, sum equals to sum plus I, and then you need to increment this I here, that's all. So this is your same program with the while loop. So this way also you can do. So let's try to run this also, so that you can get the idea. So let's try to solve it. So I am changing here this for loop, I am commenting out. and I am writing this while loop instead of this. So let's try to solve this. While I am going to write, first I need to create a variable, that is I equals to 1, and then you can apply I less than n. I you should write, and then you need to do same condition check. If n% I equals to 0, in that case you need to add, you can use the sum plus equals to I also, it is same. So you should know these programming instructions, how these are same. Sort and operators you should use whenever you get a chance, and the rest of the program will remain same. Rest of the means this check will be same. Okay, so let's try to run this. This should return same thing. 6 should be perfect number and others. So 6 should be perfect number. Yes, it is working. Let's try to solve for, let's say 10, 15. It should not be perfect number. Let's try to solve it for another number, that is 28, that is perfect number. So it is returning right. So we have solved this problem using while loop and for loop, both way. You, one of the way you should use, whichever you like, use this logic. And thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please press the like button and share it with your friends, so that your friends can also get benefited from these classes. Thank you so much. See you in the next class.